online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
After this song, anyway.
Yeah.
This is a good song, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I want to
Everyone's
download
into
it. I literally was like, oh, I think I'm going to download it.
I want to throw on roller skates and just go for it.
Yeah.
And geisha skate down the runway.
Oh, that was my everything. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome again to another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race AfterBuzz TV. This is episode 3, season 8, RuCo Empire.
Yeah.
I'm Kenny Harrison.
Hi,
Next to me is
1, 2, 3, Jackie B.
Hi, Jay. I heard you say hi, Kenny.
Well, I was just being polite.
Hi.
One of us has to
On
be.
the end, he's so fetch is...
Hi, I'm Jay, and at don't_be_jealous on Instagram and still_jealous on Twitter.
And a nice warm welcome back.
Thank you. Mark J. Freeman in the house at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE.
Glad to have you
on
back,
Instagram
Mark.
and Twitter.
And we're glad to have you if you're joining us on iTunes. Thank you for downloading us and listening. If you're on YouTube, make your comments down below. What do you think, guys? Oh, I wanted to ask, I didn't even ask you guys before we went on air. Anything from Untucked from last week?
I was thinking that when we were out there watching, and I was like, oh, I didn't bring any of my stuff.
Well, the only thing I remember was Derek's three-way, his
Yes!
relationship, which I found was very interesting.
Well, because we learned that one of the people in the three-way is
Was
Nebraska.
Nebraska from...
Who I mentioned from the other week.
Yeah.
He has a good-looking
I had no
group
idea.
of
Yeah.
Boyfriends.
guys. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
You
I
guys
just
think you could do that, though? Like, I mean... Like, I couldn't handle it because I would always be jealous that I was being left out at some point.
I would try.
You always try
Give it a
try
good
once.
effort.
You know, I mean, I guess I could try. It's like a special topics.
Since I'm a married man, I'm going to say I'm happy with the one that I have.
Good answer.
But see,
Good answer.
you know what?
Good
And
answer.
I'm changing my mind again. Go figure. No, because I like my personal time. I can't. Handling one other person all the time is one thing.
right.
2 people, I would
go
probably.
insane.
Yeah. So to answer your question, no, I don't think I could.
I will say for Untucked, though, that I feel like the show is doing a really good job editing this season because what their predictions was exactly how I was feeling. So I think we're seeing exactly what's going on the stage.
Yeah.
Because the queens have the same opinions that I think we talked about last week, too. So it was refreshing to see that we're getting like a good version of the queens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
who we think was on the bottom, who was deserved to be on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Go, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like this group. It keeps cementing to me why I like this group. And
Yeah.
Robbie is so, and I guess this is what kind of did him in this episode, was that he's so polite. And
Robbie?
yeah, I think Robbie is polite. I think he's really polite, and I think
he's polite when all the girls are around.
Right.
Because when he's in his confessional, he's
not
not that polite.
that. Yeah. I agree.
But I think they have to be that way in the confessional.
Yeah.
I think they're egged on to be that way. And
Yeah, oh, they are, for sure.
his dress was like super expensive. One of the fans told me it was like a $40,000
$40,000
designer dress.
Really?
Yeah. So
And we just gave it a nice, but it was
So
good.
when Bob's like, "It's H&M," she's like, "Yeah, it's H&M."
That was funny. I'm
That
sorry.
was funny.
But then, but that was just Bob being Bob.
Bob,
You
right.
know,
Yeah.
it
And
was
I think
meant
Robbie
to be.
knew that.
Yeah. It was meant
Yeah.
to
Get under his skin.
Yeah, you know.
And we also got a little bit of Cynthia, too, in the Untucked, where they said
Yes.
how genuinely nice.
Yes.
And you can see that in these episodes. I mean, sorry, girl. But you can see now, like, I mean, she just seems like she's truly in it and genuinely happy.
Right.
And it is a bummer that she's gone. But
I really thought she was going to last a lot longer.
I did too.
I really did. I thought she was going to be Miss Congeniality, and
She could
they
still
would be
be
around a
that,
long time.
yeah.
No, she could be, but I just thought.
Okay, so what do we think about this whole surprise that Ru brought back? Naysha.
Naysha.
I know. Namisha.
I think
Whatever it is.
I think I'm glad that they brought back somebody from this season. I just hope that later down the road we don't do the bring a queen back.
That was going to be my next question. Do you think it was too soon?
No, I'd
soon?
rather them do it now.
I would. I said Naysha last week, and I'm happy they did it now because when a queen comes in 4 or 5 episodes down, it sucks. Like, they give them so many challenges. What's to say they wouldn't have gone home in that time too?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that happened episode 2 or episode 3, I guess. But and I'm okay with Naysha coming back. I'm okay with that.
I am too.
Some people, I didn't see the her What You Packin' episode the week that she got eliminated, but I heard that she had some really
she has some great
fun
outfits.
stuff that she wanted to show, and now that she's back, we'll probably get to see them. I have to agree with you, Jay. I think like last season, Trixie coming back 2-3 episodes after she'd been like eliminated.
And she was
kind of
eliminated
unfair.
later on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're right. If you're gonna bring somebody back now as
the time
opposed
to
to, and it's one of those things. It was kind of like Ru kind of redeeming. I think she wanted to keep her the first week and send the other girl Layla Packin. And I think she made a mistake.
Yeah.
So
I don't think she made a mistake because I do think that Layla won that lip sync.
Yeah.
And I think it was just.
And I don't think Layla should have been in the bottom 2
that week.
last week.
No.
Last week?
Wait, last week with Dax?
Or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the first two weeks.
He's a
week.
week behind us.
Yeah.
It's okay,
Yeah.
Mark.
Well, that's the week you're talking about.
Yeah.
yes.
I did love all the predictions that people had. That was fun to see who everybody thought was coming back. Which there's 100 possibilities, I guess. But it was fun to hear what everybody thought.
I love the idea. Somebody was saying that it was going to be a British drag queen, and I love the idea of even if they don't bring a British drag queen on to compete, I would like a British drag queen to come in just for the flavor of it all.
I think eventually there will be.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they just haven't had the best audition.
I think.
Courtney Act was.
I mean, she's Australian, but
Well, she's from. Well, technically,
she's
she
from
lived here.
like Britain's penal colony, basically.
You said penal. I got a little excited. Just a little bit.
I don't think that they. I think they should all be American girls.
Why?
Well, they have a British version. Have them. There's enough queens in this country that are good and qualified that haven't been on the show that I don't think you need to be bringing somebody in from the outside.
I think you should be. You expand. Go
Make a comment down
international.
here.
But they have a British version.
But are you just thinking like British because we have like Cynthia Lee Fontaine who's not?
Yeah,
like,
she's
But she lives in Austin. She's from Puerto Rico, but she lives in Austin.
We are
saying,
Puerto Rico.
But they're saying bring somebody from England who was on the
or
English.
someone who's British.
Yeah.
By
I don't think that what's her name should have been on personally.
who?
Courtney Act.
Yeah.
Courtney Act. Oh.
Courtney Act. Okay. Yes.
Anyway,
That's my opinion.
Make your comment. We all have our opinions.
Yippers.
I'm sticking with mine.
I'm
Maybe I
sticking
might
with
change
mine.
mine later in the show.
I'll change it in 5
Like
minutes.
5 minutes. So the mini challenge, which I thought was cute, is the Judge Judy
Okay.
Realness.
And can we talk?
That was funny.
Can we talk about how?
Kimchi. Are you going to talk about
No, how Derek Barry didn't even look like Derek. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he did makeup, and I was like, girl, you look exactly the same.
He looks,
And he just
Britney
does
haircut.
Britney. I'm sorry. I'll like when he's doing the hair. I don't. I just want him to go home.
Did you guys have
my.
a favorite look from that mini challenge?
Yes.
Anybody stick out?
Okay, we've talked about this before. They go by so fast that, and I unfortunately I didn't get a chance to watch. I like watching the show twice before we go on air, and I only got to watch it once, and we kind of went back and rewatched a little bit of
Well,
it.
we can
but-
only do that because we're on the West Coast.
Oh, by the
and
way,
it
if you
airs at
haven't
9.
noticed, we are an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case.
It's so nice.
So it's.
I'm a little bit more awake than
Yeah, I know, right? So it's not midnight. It's 9. We're
have
still gonna get ripped for being
soda pop in my
very-
cup today to keep awake.
No, but well, so again, like when I watched the first time, I try not to take notes because I want to pay attention and I want to be entertained, and then I like to go back. So I didn't get a chance to really enjoy. I mean, they were just going so fast.
Did you think Naomi deserved to win?
I don't know what. I mean, there's no way to determine who's better than.
Well, here's the thing. Now we know they must be writing their own comments because RuPaul made that
Yeah, she
comment
said,
that was
"I
like,
didn't write
I didn't
this."
write this.
Which is
I'm
that's
happy for that.
Yeah,
too.
and that's the other thing that I enjoy.
Oh, you thought the girls wrote? I don't think the girls. I think the writers wrote.
No,
them.
I
You
think
don't
the
think
girls.
the girls wrote that?
I'm pretty sure that the girls write this.
I think the girls did their own.
Yeah, because I think last season we
Or
talked
they
about
had a writer
this.
to help them at
Or-
least.
Well, I think the girls came up with the idea.
I'm gonna say there's no way that they came up with those.
Okay, because if they,
I'm sorry,
here's-
there's no
disagree.
way.
I disagree.
There's no, and if they wrote it, Naomi would have known how to do the clicking. Because she even said you only clicked once, and then she was like, "Oh, click, 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 click."
But I thought that made it funnier.
Well, it was funny, but I don't think that they wrote those. I think they're way
Anyway.
too witty for them to have written.
To answer your question, I wrote down that Acid Betty was the best so far. Out of everything that I saw, because I was trying to pay attention to what was being read.
In the mini?
In the mini,
mini.
yes. I thought it was
Yeah, she
cute.
changed the color of the black
Yeah.
robe. I thought it was something to just stand out. And I wrote down Naomi Smalls too I said, is it even a robe? Question mark? Because I
Yeah.
think she turned into
Yeah.
the short mini.
Yeah.
It was cute.
I loved Thorgy. I thought hers was fantastic.
Thorgy's
I don't remember.
Thorgy's shining through for me.
I love her. I love her more and more every episode.
Yeah, I'm into her.
I now have to admit that this group is very likable.
Yeah.
Oh, they're totally likable.
As a group.
And I think that they all have, and I said this, I think the first episode, I think because a lot of them are older, and I'm just going to say older as in they're not all 18, 19, 20 years old. They're mature, and they kind of are comfortable in their skin, and you can tell.
Right.
And I'm glad that they did that.
Do you think it's a difference? Because I feel like this is a recurring theme that we're seeing the New York queens really owning a lot of the challenges, and I think that they brought that up in the first episode. Like, we're seeing Bob, we're seeing Acid Betty, and then
Thorgy.
Is it? And Thorgy. So these are the ones that my eyes are going to them every time.
They're also polished. I mean, like Mark said, they're mature. They're not the 20-somethings of this group.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say this: when I watch the Untucked, I watch it on my computer, and the definition is much better.
Yeah.
Did you? I had a very different opinion of Acid Betty after seeing her in
her outfit
her
from
makeup,
last week.
and I was just like, "Ooh, girl."
But this is a problem. I mean, this is a problem they've had on previous seasons. It's like, I think of Jinx's season when Jinx didn't really know how to do makeup for TV.
Right. And I get that, but it just did. And I don't like to make fun of makeup because you can watch YouTube and see that I've had my moments. But it just really kind of caught me off.
Well,
I was
see,
like,
I know nothing about makeup, so I try not to rip on anyone's makeup. I mean, unless it's like hideous to the point where it's very noticeable. See,
Sharpie.
I don't really. It doesn't really bother me.
I should say lack of makeup for Derek.
For me, the major shock is like you see these queens on the stage and they all look beautiful and polished and flawless, and then when you see them backstage, they're in a different lighting.
That's true.
A lot of the cameras are really close to their faces, and so that's not really how drag is to be presented.
Right.
And so then you're like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa. That's a lot.
I thought Kim Chi last week head to toe was amazing, and then when we saw Untucked, and someone made a comment about her makeup not being very like campy, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, now I understand where that person was coming from.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, I agree with you, like local TV, please get your shit together, because sometimes some episodes watching it here is fine when we're watching in the studio, but I've seen it where it was like you can barely make out. Everything is so soft and the image is so like horrible.
That
Why
Vaseline.
are you so goddamn fuzzy?
So yeah.
I guess I have an untrained eye because I didn't know. Okay, so sorry.
So the mini challenge, Baby Smalls won, and they brought back Naysha.
Naysha.
I know. And
They brought back Noreen.
and so they had to pick teams. And what did you think of the dynamics of the teams this week as opposed to last week?
I liked the teams. I thought it was an even balance. And I'm just going to put this out there now because I know some of you have chosen Miss Acid Betty as your top 3. I just have a thing with negative energy, and I'm just giving so much negative energy from her that I'm really starting to dislike her more and more.
I want to defend her. Like I think she just is so in this competition. Like she's just knowledgeable about the show, and she's just like, that's not the right character.
But you don't have. I get that. I get that you want to be in the show and you want to compete. But Thorgy wants to compete too. She even said it in her little private confessional. But she's not being
a cunt. No. Okay. So my stance on
for those of you that are listening, that didn't come out of my.
Oh, I said it. Cunt.
Can he finish my sentence?
Yes. And I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm kind of on Team J right now because
you both picked her, which is
well, not only that is that I do find myself, the way I see her cuntiness as opposed to the way I saw Violet and Pearl last season, I feel are two different types. Those two had issues that had nothing to do with the competition as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
I agree with Jay that I think Acid Betty is trying to, this is a competition, last week Dax had a problem with her padding and no one said anything to her about it, and and I happen to agree with that. Mm-hmm. This is a competition. If I'm trying to win a competition, unlike Cynthia, who we got that she likes to help, she's very helpful.
Yeah.
But it's a different type of help.
Do you think if Dax's padding was different, she'd still be?
Oh, no, that dress was
precisely.
hideous.
Thank you.
I said it last week, and I say it again this week.
I do understand what you're saying though, about Acid Betty coming off a little bit strong, but it's just I kind of understand where she's coming from, and I think she's bringing good drag.
Right.
I think that's the major. I guess that's the major dividing line when you talk about people like Roxy or like Violet, who fans have thought had like abrasive personalities, but it's like because they're so good at what they do and because they're decision makers, and maybe arguably that's a part of why they're so good at what they do, maybe it's excusable.
Yeah. I don't want to give a excuse pass to like negative energy. I agree there's a different way, but I just think that she's backing up what she's saying.
Yeah, but I don't think it's all like.
But I don't think
it's negative to the point where it's coming off as an attack. Does that make sense? Like Roxy, I thought everything that came out of her mouth was an attack.
Yeah.
And kind of had nothing to do with the competition itself. Fifi was another one. It was just an attack because I don't like you, as opposed to I want to win this competition. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't agree with it.
That's your prerogative.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think that she deserved to be in the top 3 personally.
And then I think that that when we switched the kimchi roll and Thorgy, it really works.
Oh yeah.
I was so proud of Naysha for that.
Yeah.
I actually wrote it down.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that she did that, and I'm surprised that more people don't do that. Although they did switch too, because then we found out later that he had switched Robbie and somebody else too.
Right.
So I'm glad, and kudos to Naysha for that.
It was a good call. It was a really good call.
And I love that she kind of picked it up and was like, we're not. This isn't working. You guys are going to switch.
Agreed. Which I can't do that.
I can't cancel the microphone.
I think though, discounting the previews from next week where it looks like people are having problems working in teams, so far they've had a really good time. Like, despite little kinks here and there, they've had a really good time pulling off challenges as a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. I think
for the most part,
as much. And was it last season? Well, it had to have been, right? Because that was my first season. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was just so disappointed, and I just remember we would all get like, we hated what Ru was wearing, we hated the challenge, we just brought, and I'm happy. I'm happy with the girl choices. I'm happy with the things they've been doing. I know I'm a whole new mark.
But are you happy with Ru's outfit?
I
today?
do. I love that she came out in the roller skates. I loved it. I absolutely. I was loved that Ru was on roller skates.
Let's back up. That brown suit with the black.
Love that.
Actually, and we really haven't talked about Ru's outfits this season. And I think the Pharrell hats that she's been wearing both episodes before. I'm like,
I think she's stepping it up too.
I think she watched our AfterBuzz.
And we hope so.
Because we ripped her to shreds last week.
Exactly.
We did.
She's like, I'm gonna watch them people that don't know any of the names.
And she was like, okay, we'll show you. Yeah. Even Michelle looks great.
I actually thought that too. I was like, I wonder if she watched our season last.
I ran into her last
every
year.
Episode we were like, ugh.
So let's get to the challenge, which I thought. So their challenge was they did a pilot for the equivalent of Fox's Empire. They called it RuCo Empire.
RuCo Empire.
I think, who said they watched the show?
I watch it.
Jay watches it.
Yeah.
I've only seen the actual pilot of the actual show.
I've never seen Empire.
It is pretty ratchet. And people love it though. People love it.
It is it's so addicting. It's really good. Yeah. And Taraji P. Henson as Cookie, which Bob and Thorgy kind of took over that role. Mm-hmm. Bob could step in for Taraji tomorrow, and you would be like, okay, like I'm totally fine with that. It was so genius.
My thing when I was watching his when they were doing his group, I knew for a fact that he ad-libbed a lot and it was confirmed later on in the judging, and I can tell like the lines that were like he threw. Yeah. He just put his personal touch on it, and it was just.
And I'm not done. This.
It was.
Oh, I'm not done.
It was. Acting challenges are his forte. That's where
he's a comedian. He stepped it up.
And
he did a great job.
I don't see anybody else playing that part but him.
Yeah.
And Georgie did a good job.
She did good. Yeah. It's one of those things where there were only those two parts in both groups, and then everyone else kind of filled in. So it's again.
But I thought Kim Chi did a great job, and I thought she did a complete 180 from what you saw that first clip. And after she got direction, it was like, oh, bam, there she goes. I thought she should have been in the top 3, not Acid Betty.
I said Kim Chi just needed a little bit of direction, and then she really turned her
she
performance
totally took it to a whole other level.
Well, that was funny. I thought overall, I thought the whole performance was funny.
I thought they both were good, other than Derek.
Those two performances or characters were really the only ones who were filling up. So if you weren't one of those 4 queens getting that role, you were going to be...
Darian Lake. There is a way
to make
a small part very
Didn't she win that challenge?
I think she
with
did.
the head in the box?
She did. I thought Chi kicked butt in that challenge. I thought she should have been in the top 3 over Acid Betty.
She was hilarious.
She was hysterical.
But the thing is, and I think someone on the show pointed this out, like, she's hysterical for all the wrong reasons. Like, she's funny because she doesn't even know that she's being funny.
But I thought she really took it, and I thought Naysha did good too. I don't know. I don't know. Derek should have gone home.
Oh no!
Is this gonna be like last year? You had an obsession about Pearl going home. Is this gonna be along the same line?
You see how well that worked out.
I actually got tired of hearing about it.
So you guys should pray that Derek goes home soon, so that I shut up about Derek going home.
Did you guys have any people who you thought had missteps, like just really inexcusable performances?
Robbie,
okay.
Only because.
Are you saying that because Robbie is an actor?
Right. Only because he was giving people advice.
Well, directing and acting are very different.
Well, but hey, if you're gonna be giving your expertise on something, you should be able to bring it. And I think the excuse that he gave about being given one role and then switching, I don't think that's an excuse.
No, I agreed that.
And I know they don't get a whole lot of time, but don't, like she said, don't be a victim.
Yeah.
And he totally came out.
I love that she said that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you go, girl.
Her name was Tasha Smith. I don't know who she is. I've never met her.
She's on Empire.
You never met her. Because I met Faith Evans.
It was so nice to see Faith Evans.
Yeah.
I didn't forget that she existed.
And I'm going to download that song.
That was my high school.
Were you mesmerized by Faith Evans?
That was a little corny, Jay. I'll let you slide because everyone loves you.
Not after that.
Let's get to the runway. This is one of my favorite themes of the runway.
Oh my gosh. I was living for the Xanadu.
I was so happy they did this.
Yeah.
And
so
I gotta
happy.
adjust my chair because I'm slowly sliding down.
Okay.
Let's go down the list. I say I wrote them down in order. If you want me, I'll say the names if you want.
Go for it.
So Naysha was first.
Olivia
cute.
Newton-John.
I loved it.
She was giving me Tamar Braxton.
No, it was totally Madonna from her video where she's in the roller skates. Was it Jump?
Oh, I don't know.
What was the song Madonna did? As soon as she came around the corner, she had the Madonna feathered hair that she looked totally...
Wait, but was that before or after the movie Xanadu?
Oh, well, after, of course.
I said Tamar Braxton.
But
I think
that's
somebody
what
else said it too.
They said on the show,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Then it was Thorgy.
I kind of liked it.
I
liked
loved
that.
it. That's totally what I would have done. Derek. Kimchi. No, I'm kidding.
Derek was. I thought it was. It was.
I was
Princess.
confused. I love the hair. Everything neck up. I like the pink hair, and I didn't.
I wish you wore makeup. I'm just gonna say that.
I don't really pay attention to makeup.
Last week I said how fun would it be to have Kimchi do Derek's makeup?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Well, anybody do Derek's makeup.
Speaking of
Would it be fun to have the Bobby Brown counter woman do
I was
Derek's
just gonna say, I would be happy if she went to Macy's and the makeup girl
But
there
maybe
did
there
it.
will be a challenge where Derek will have to,
Make somebody up or make somebody over.
or just have to change.
Her makeup.
They'll have a challenge on the runway where you'll get a different look for Derek for your.
This was a no for me. Overall, yeah.
The bubbles.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I
liked
liked it. It was very pop princess to me.
Next.
Kimchi. I can't stop looking at her.
She's beautiful.
I don't care if she's not graceful.
She's been ripped on her walk. The skates didn't do her any justice.
Yeah.
I mean, it masked it a little bit.
Well, I can't make fun of walking because it's one of the things I get made fun of the most because they're like, Mark, you walk like a man. I'm like, oh, because I am. But so I can't.
Sort of.
I don't trash talk that. I don't. It's her thing. Whatever.
With Kim Chi,
I find her so. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jay.
No.
I find her endearing. I fucking love her.
I like the outfit, and I have to remember that Kim Chi is a larger person,
Right.
so that corset kind of gave it a little bit of shape to it. I thought it was a good one.
Yeah. Then Acid Betty wearing the same thing she wore the last 3
I don't
episodes.
care. I dug
Mad
it.
Max.
I dug it.
I thought it was fun. I like that, like shimmery over the eye. I had a question for you because you said week 1 about the body paint and the scales, and she's done this
Twice. Yes.
3 times.
Oh yeah.
Are you feeling? Or do you? Is
I'm
it
okay
part of
with
her
it.
drag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same
I would. Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, so is that fair to say that since we've seen these same kind of looks from her that Michelle should be like,
Yes.
give us something different?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I was.
I would think it's fair. She
think
did
it's
say
fair.
that to her.
like not a rocker punk look, maybe like
Yeah.
a pop, like a Derek.
I was digging
switch.
it. And
I'm not.
And Raja, I mean to cut you off, Mark.
that's okay.
Raja and Raven on their review thought it was the best. One of them said, I think it was Raja said
it was
the best
of all
outfit
time.
of all time. And I kind of have to agree. That dress was sick.
It was a good one.
It was sick.
It was okay.
Sorry.
Naomi wearing a bathing suit and chiffon.
Body.
Yeah.
That's now. Here's
No,
the thing
ma'am.
about her.
No,
I want to see
thank
something
you.
different. She's always using the body.
Yeah,
I want to
that's-
see something different.
Well, and that's the body girls thing. That's what they do.
We always have that for one season. We have like the person who depends on it, and she delivers with a good body.
Yeah.
The thing was, I wish, because the effect that was beautiful was the fact that the
Material.
Yeah.
basically was flowing behind her. Now, if that had been a dress or something a little bit more elaborate and less just like I'm in a bathing suit with like a Kaftan on or something,
But she
I might have
wasn't
been
even.
impressed.
Again, she wasn't that memorable in the
performance, no.
either, and she skated by.
Only time that she was memorable was when Bob threw the water on her at the end.
That was fantastic.
That was so
But
bad.
he didn't do anything. Bob did it.
Exactly.
Speaking of Bob was next.
Oh yeah, I like the
cyborg.
Tron. Again, the first week, learn how to sew. Second week, learn how to dance. You're gonna be in roller skates. Learn how to roller skate.
Well, but here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to defend Bob because, and something that I learned in some acting and classes and stuff, is that the problem is the solution. And her you know what I mean? And I think she, not knowing how to skate, she made it work.
Yeah.
She made it believable.
Oh, trust me, it was hilarious.
She used her comedy and it worked.
It was hilarious.
And
I'm
it worked
sorry.
for like that cyborg looking Tron character. So yeah.
Then we had, and you guys are probably not old enough to know who Barbara Mandrell is, but
I do
they called
know
her Barbara
who-
Mandrell on Wheels.
I know who.
I almost peed. Cynthia Lee Fontaine was next.
Yeah, that was a mess.
I had like working 9 to 5 Dolly Parton the hair a little bit, but I was on the same thing as the judges where it was the Hooter shorts. And
Yeah.
it wasn't
I
a
could
good
see
one.
though she was going for like a Dukes of Hazzard
Oh,
thing,
yes.
but
Yes.
wasn't pulling it off.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I almost wanted her to, instead of having like Michelle made that comment about
Yeah.
like the jewelry, and I almost wanted her to have like the Daisy Duke green
Yeah.
shorts. You
Yeah.
know,
That would have been
just-
cute.
Yeah.
Even if she would have stitched them so they were a little bit tighter on her, I think it would have looked a little bit better.
It looked like she had a Nike logo on the shorts.
Yeah, it looked.
Your skin is so soft. I'm sorry, Jack. Her arm is rubbing against mine, and it's like a baby's bottom. You're so soft. I'm so
She's so
sorry.
magic happening.
Sidebar.
She's
Sorry
so
for the
soft.
sidebar. I had to throw it out there. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then the cow that was like looked like a kid's cowboy hat. It reminded me of Shangela when she did her thing with the country song, and she
that
wore the little
dress
tiny cowboy hat on her head. That's
that
what
she
reminded me.
wrapped around?
Sorry, Shange, love you. Then next was Shishi.
Oh, I like the Disco Queen.
I just thought her puff should have been bigger.
I loved it.
I liked the hair.
Yeah.
I said I didn't like the fit of the outfit. It looked like the padding was a little bad.
It fit weird.
I was okay with it. She pulled it off.
And I'm just gonna well before I say who's next, I wrote owned it. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Robbie Turner.
My favorite.
Oh
My
my
favorite.
god, that was pretty good.
Was
Lived
badass.
on the skates. Like I just loved it.
I'm so
Loved,
happy she
loved,
lip
loved.
synced this week, just for that fact of
Yeah.
how good she
I
was.
kind of
Yeah.
think that was planned, though.
Do you?
Because Ru was like, you gonna do it with heels or with wheels? And
Yeah.
she was like, I'm doing it in wheels.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah, she
moment though
turned it
that
on.
you knew
Yep.
Cynthia was going to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was very
she
fair.
was
That
was
totally,
everybody.
Boogie Nights is one of my favorite movies, and she was totally giving me Heather Graham and Boogie Nights.
Roller Girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Robbie from what I've seen. I mean, I don't dislike her,
love
but
Robbie.
she really showed just in this outfit and the lip sync.
Yeah, she stepped it up.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her.
Although her performance sucked. This is again a challenge where it was groups and they were judged individually.
I was gonna say this. Did anybody notice in the challenge, the Empire challenge, that Bob used the purse that he made in the first challenge?
Oh,
Didn't even see it.
I didn't even notice.
When he
Wasn't
came with
paying
the purse he was on, it
Good
was the
catch.
same purse that he made. Yeah, I saw as he was when he was picking stuff up to leave.
Oh, fun.
The
With his
scene,
prepaid
I
phone.
noticed it. I was like, oh my god, that's the purse he made.
I totally
Good
missed
catch.
that.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Good
Okay.
catch.
And what do you guys think about? I'm so happy that they're judging them individually, even though it's a group challenge.
That's where I was going. This should have been a group challenge. They should have been judged as a group.
What do you think?
Only because
think so.
only because you had them play. Each group were playing the same parts, but just in different groups.
But the dialogue was different.
It was different, but you got the same characters.
Yeah.
And I feel as though it was kind of a little unfair. And I don't know how much the Runway weighed into like the decisions. But I kind of, and both of the bottom two were in the same group. So, I mean,
I like them being judged individually, even though it was a group challenge.
it was just, they were all together. I mean,
Yeah.
in the performance.
Yeah.
They literally have to
I
work
just
together.
think it's just I feel like that's how people get by, is the group does well and there's a bad seat in there that gets by because the group did well. And I like them being judged individually because then there's no place to hide.
Yeah, and we saw last week too with the Lady and Shady Bitches that most of one team was safe and then the other one all
Yeah.
lost. So maybe there's something to be said that if even individually there's like the bottom two were from the same team, so maybe the judges will notice that and kind of take that on with them.
I would like the Runway to weigh more. Or just as much as the performance.
I think it does, though. I mean,
Then Robbie shouldn't have been in the bottom.
I think Robbie was in the bottom so we could see Robbie
I think
roller
Derek,
skate.
if it was based on both, like 50-50, I think Derek was worse.
Derek, no matter what, Derek should have been in the bottom.
We know how you feel about the subject. You just settled down. over it.
Regardless, if you're going with the Runway, Derek. If you're going with the performance, Derek. I'm sorry.
I got a question. At the end when she jumped off the stage,
Oh, that was great.
how is that? Does that crash mat? Is it always there?
I'm assuming.
I think they had that there for that challenge.
Oh, okay.
that's probably a
Okay,
good
for the
point.
roller. Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. That's probably a good.
And she took out that light. I love how the show, they will add in post, they would accentuate the sound
Yeah,
effects.
yeah.
So it's like,
It's all mic'd up or
yeah,
something.
it's just hilarious.
I love when she was like, "Do you guys think I'm the only person that's ever broken a bulb?" I think I have. I think it's pretty safe to say that I have.
This is definitely one runway that I was like, yes,
But I
something
loved
different.
it. What a great idea.
It was so fun. And Rue owned the skates too.
I can't say that enough.
It was a good surprise.
Touche
Yeah.
to you, RuPaul, for doing that. Touche to you.
Yeah, it was good.
I always
Word.
thought that when she came out, that I know she kind of does sometimes. I think when it fits what she wants to do, she kind of does what the challenge is. But I would love for her to be part of that. And what she comes out in is what her representation of that challenge.
That challenge.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That would be
I
fun.
like that.
You know what I mean?
like
Step it
that.
up.
But she's also, I mean, she played Rucius.
Rusha.
Rucius.
Lucius.
And the-
It's Lucius in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
I kind of figured that. And again, it's one of the, like, I only know Cookie, Lucius, and maybe the gay one. 'Cause that's the part where Cynthia, they were playing off of that
Right.
as well.
Yeah,
so.
they played like the characters from the show.
Yeah. So if you watch Empire, then this was an episode for you.
Yeah.
So Robbie and Cynthia, bottom two. Robbie stays. Cynthia, I didn't want her to leave. I know it was one I had to pick one, and I didn't want either one.
Someone in the comments was saying that they wish that it was like Real Housewives, where you didn't actually have to go home. I would love to see like a Rue's house like competition where you can see them
Like
working
Last
together.
Chance Kitchen on Top Chef. And then the winner of that
Or
other
didn't
challenges gets to come back to the
Survivor have
competition.
like you get
An
exile,
island.
yeah, and then you have to play your way back into the competition.
Yeah, that's Last Chance Kitchen too. Yeah, I'm
That's a lot of work.
So for the wheels or heels, did you guys know that Robbie would stay on the
Yes.
wheels?
Oh yeah.
And-
I knew she would, and I knew she'd win.
Yeah.
Okay, now would Cynthia have maybe gotten a point up if she had stayed in the wheels, even if she wasn't as good?
Maybe.
I still think
Just for
Robbie
the
would've- Robbie's just great
I
on
mean,
skates.
she was starting and stopping and
Spinning.
moving and
Yeah.
you couldn't take your eyes off
And
her.
and I disagree with Michelle that she shouldn't be wearing a gold necklace and silver. That's just baloney. That's absolute
it's
baloney
also-
from the woman in yellow lipstick. Come on. And I wish somebody would have said that to her on the runway.
Derek, would you want Derek to say that?
Well, at least Michelle's wearing lipstick. It's yellow, but
And he's back, ladies and gentlemen.
they're like, why did he come back?
We love you, Mark.
Thank
We're glad
you.
you're back.
I have
Guys,
shout outs. I have
We have
shout outs.
shout outs.
Oh.
I'm burning
I have one
up here.
too.
Silverhawk, Eli Watts, Christian Mendez, Sergio Campos, Isaiah Stevens. He has really, really amazing drawings, and you guys need to check
Oh,
them
I
out.
saw
it.
Yes. Oh my
Isaiah
gosh.
Stevens.
Yes.
Isaiah draws. I was like, oh my god, he follows us. Like that's how he's
okay.
like so good at
He's
drawing.
very good.
Isaiah.
Draws.
Stevens.
Oh, Stevens.
Isaiah
but yeah.
draws.
On Instagram.
Joe 691020. Thank you for saying we redeemed ourselves. Maybe you don't feel that way this week.
Someone who cares?
Paul Todd, the literary masturbator.
Oh yeah. Hi.
I like him too. Yeah.
Crystal Bright, Tierra Ruth. Excuse me if I'm saying some of these wrong. Castillo.
You've got a long list over here.
I know. I'm trying to. I mean, I can't get everybody, but I want to say a lot of people to
That's a lot.
Just say thank you
should
for
have put that
watching.
on the
people that say
credits.
nice things.
Yes, these are people that
comment,
say nice
they,
things.
but they give also
I
their
just don't want to
opinion.
give shout outs to people who say bad things.
Oh no.
I know. I
But
encourage your comments.
Also, you guys, there were a lot of really funny comments, like funny reads on our outfits. One of my favorites was Jake Masters said, "Hello and welcome back to Belly Button Fuzz's after show recap for RuPaul's flag chase."
that was pretty clever.
I thought that was hilarious.
That was clever.
And thanks to our iTunes commenters. One of them is Calm Down and says they're obsessed. And the
Oh,
other
yeah.
one is Lucky D, who loves it, but it sometimes upsets me. That describes so much of my life.
I know, right?
That I appreciate that.
I know this week we have Pow Hart who's watching live, so thank you for that because I know it's 4 a.m. he was saying. So thank you.
Wow,
That's so
yes.
nice.
Yeah, that's
And then
awesome.
my buddy Chris on Twitter 6. I hope this makes you feel better.
And I have one
Go for it.
to the guy, and I wish I would have asked you your name, that recognized me from AfterBuzz at my job, and he was like, "You weren't on AfterBuzz on Monday. I missed you.
You're a
I like
celebrity."
you." And I was like, "You're the one person that likes me." And I forgot to ask him his name. So whoever you are, thank you. It was very sweet. You made my day. And follow me on Twitter.
I left my other notebook
So I can say
home. Bryce Lee when
Oh, Bryce Lee. So
Oh,
nice.
we
to
love
meet.
Bryce Lee.
and Devin. This week we were supposed to do a drinking game, but I forgot the word that I was supposed to say.
It was ripped.
Yeah.
Ripped.
Rip. So every time I say the word rip, you guys take
They
a drink.
drink every time.
Damn it! I wish I would have done this in the beginning.
Wasn't it a point to your crotch too for
Oh, yeah.
comment below?
Oh
And
yeah.
Is that a
so
that a
ripped and comment below. How drunk are you right now?
That's it.
We got
I can
about
say
five minutes left.
To say it.
Rip.
Rip.
And the more
gonna
you
rip my
drink, the
page.
better the
Rip.
show becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you
we should have
always
did
say
this at the
rip?
beginning, huh?
Is it because you always say rip?
Yeah. Last week I went on a rip.
Oh, got it.
Rip.
Oh, I have to actually one more person. Jalen said my last week's outfit was Laganja looking for college notes realness. I died.
Jalen's a
I
good person too.
So we love your comments.
Yes.
Continue.
Yes.
Make your comments. Rip us, if you will. Or don't
and,
rip us. That's like
Trixie,
2 more drinks.
you know how we were talking about toot and boot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trixie and Katya toot and booted all of Raja and Raven's looks
Oh.
from last year.
that's
Oh, did they
awesome.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's fantastic.
It
I'll
was
have to look
pretty
for
funny.
that. I
It
love
was
that.
pretty funny.
And I have a quote of the week.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
My quote of the week is goes to RuPaul herself when Bob was doing the runway in her robot
Yeah.
thing. She's like a rumba.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
I
good.
was like, oh my god, she's like a rumba.
Real quick for Bob,
So,
I mean,
sure.
earned the win. Right?
Yes.
Like, hands down the best.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands
Jay
down.
and I went back and rewatched that performance, and I laughed. the second time as the first. I was dying the first time.
I've got it recorded at home. I'll make my husband watch it.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
It's like you said, there's so much probably like ad lib that Bob just brought to it, and you just see the quick wit. And I love comedy queens. That's one of my favorite things about drag, and to see Bob just deliver, I love it.
And my next comment is geared to you, and it's going back to Acid Betty, and it's one of those things where drag queens are kind of notorious for being kind of edgy and kind of cunts. And I mean, that's a requirement. So there. Take that.
I said, you'll love this. You'll love this story. You'll actually really appreciate it. I have a really good friend, Josh Brown. Shout out to Josh. I don't think he's watching, but whatever. But he would call me when I was getting ready. And I was talking to him over the phone. This is over the phone. He called me one day, and I was getting ready in drag. And just from talking to me on the phone, he was like, "Wait a minute. This is Lorraine, isn't it?" And I was like, "How did you know I was here?" He's like, "I can tell from your attitude over the phone that you were in drag. I just knew from the way you talked."
He really wanted to say, "So this is the cunt."
Another side kind of comes out, which is fun.
Anyway,
do you guys have?
No, go.
I was gonna say for a snatch game, who do you think Derek's gonna play?
Oh, don't even start. Let's hope she's gone by then.
I was just about to say, I know he wants her gone by then.
Sweet Jesus, I don't have time.
We should start doing predictions for who's going to be on All Stars next season.
Oh,
yeah.
Just pick one, like right now.
Who do I think will be on?
Okay. And then by the end of the season, we'll see if they make it.
Katya.
Oh, I just made up this off the top of my head.
That's a good one.
Katya.
That's mine, damn it. I'll pick another one.
I'm gonna go Ivy Winter.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
I liked Ivy.
You only get one this episode, Mark.
Who do I? Just because it's so fresh in my head, because I can't think quick enough, I'm gonna go with Ginger Minge.
That's a good one.
The Minge.
I bet.
Because I love some Ginger Minge.
I do like the Minge.
And I think she got robbed.
Oh, I was gonna say somebody, but she was already on the first All Star, so I'll.
Raven?
No.
Will they do? You think they'll bring them?
No, I don't think they're gonna bring him back twice.
Okay.
No.
Too much of an opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely think Shangela will be back.
There you go.
Although I don't think she deserves to be, and I don't have anything against Shanji.
Everybody loves Shangela.
I like Shangela.
I see her a lot in West Hollywood. Anyway, let's
Last
wrap
couple
up.
times I've seen her, though, she wasn't in drag. I've seen her several times, but not in drag.
Yeah. Where can they find you, Jay?
So I'm at don't_be_jealous on Instagram, and then Twitter is still_jealous, JELLIS.
And follow Jay, because he and we don't have many Twitter followers.
My Twitter needs help. My Twitter needs help.
He is so adorable. You gotta follow him on Twitter. And Kenny too, now that his Twitter is an understandable name.
It's not. And I'm ripping myself. That's another drink, Devin. Rip. I just ripped myself. That's 3 shots for you. Mark.
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE, and I'm back on Snapchat, Lorraine.love.
Wow.
And I've been playing with the new faces and stuff, so it's been fun.
There's your face.
And you can go on Facebook too. I have a Lorraine Love fan page. It's Facebook / I Love Lorraine Love. Cool. And then, or the Mark J. Freeman.
All right, wrap it up, Queen. Mark,
I'm on my
Jackie.
website, 123jackieb.com, one-stop shop for everything 123jackieb.
And you can find me on Twitter at Kenny C. Harrison. You can also find me on XTube if you like. No, that's Grindr. Thanks so much. Make your comments. Rip us, please.
Rip it.
One last rip for you, Devin.
Rip it.
That's our show.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. So next week will be 9 p.m. Eastern or Pacific.
No,
Standard
10
Time.
p.m. Pacific time.
Wait, what? Then that says 9.
That's
Yeah.
9:57.
They haven't done the clock change
it.
yet.
Yeah, they didn't change the
you,
clock.
AfterBuzz.
I was like, yeah.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Wrong.
Same time. Bye, everyone.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.